Welcome back. Today, we're diving into a fascinating space where cutting-edge tech is just slamming right into massive regulatory changes. The world of AI recruitment, it's incredibly exciting, offering us literally unprecedented efficiency, but it's also deeply risky. In this explainer, we're breaking down an absolutely crucial legal and technological shift, one that's fundamentally changing how companies hire, fire, and manage talent across the globe.
I want you to really stop and think about something for a second. Would you trust an AI to determine your next job opportunity? Because right now, algorithms are just quietly sitting behind the scenes, making life-altering decisions about people's careers. This isn't some sci-fi concept anymore, it's our personal reality. Your next promotion or that dream job offer might very well be heavily influenced by a machine.
Okay, so let's dive right into our roadmap for today. We're going to look at the AI recruitment revolution. What happens when algorithms get biased? The new EU AI Act, the massive compliance trap companies are falling into, and finally, human-in-the-loop solutions.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the AI recruitment revolution, where efficiency meets hybrid hiring.
Over the last few years, the sheer scale of this tech adoption has been mind-blowing. 79% of organizations now use AI to boost efficiency and accuracy in hiring. I mean, it's absolutely everywhere. Companies are leaning on it to sift through literal mountains of resumes, generate job descriptions, and even run initial candidate assessments. It's a total overhaul of the old-school hiring pipeline.
Think back to pre-2020. Hiring was heavily location-based, super manual. You handed in a paper resume, showed up at an office, shook hands, the whole shebang. Fast forward to 2025, and we've settled into this digital-first hybrid model. It blends virtual tools right alongside in-person engagement. And honestly, this new normal is incredible for efficiency. We're talking about dropping time to hire by up to 35%. But this massive push for pure speed quietly opened the back door to AI screening tools making some really heavy decisions, often without us fully grasping the implications.
Which brings us to Section 2, when algorithms are biased, or the danger of the black box.
While AI can process insane amounts of data without ever needing a coffee break, it's far from perfect. Actually, it's entirely capable of inheriting our own historical flaws. First up, AI inherits historical bias. If a company historically hired mostly men, an AI trained on that past data might actually learn to penalize female candidates. Second, these are often black box systems. We genuinely don't know the mathematical gymnastics they did to arrive at a rejection. Third, AI runs on rigid rules that completely miss human context and emotional intelligence. And get this, hallucination rates can hit up to 27%. That means the AI might just confidently invent a totally fictional reason to reject a stellar candidate. Crazy, right? And look, this isn't just theoretical. Back in 2014, Amazon realized they had a huge problem and actually had to scrap an AI recruiting tool they were building. Why? Because the system was trained on historical tech industry hiring data, and it literally taught itself to penalize resumes containing the word women's. Yikes. More recently, iTutor Group faced a landmark lawsuit from the EEOC because their algorithmic hiring software was just programmed to automatically reject older applicants. That software completely violated the Age Discrimination in Employment Act, all without a human ever even looking at the applications.
Or take Uber. They faced serious legal action after an algorithmic system unfairly fired 6 drivers for supposed fraud. The machine made the call and those folks were out of a job. Ultimately, Uber was forced to rehire them and pay over 100,000 euros in compensation. So we're not talking about minor tech glitches here. These are catastrophic automation failures that lead to ruined employer brands, massive payouts, and just entirely destroyed trust. And trust, as we all know, is incredibly hard to get back.
To stop exactly these kinds of nightmares, regulators are stepping up. Let's look at Section 3, the EU AI Act, regulating high-risk automation.
The European Union has engineered this comprehensive regulatory framework, and right at the center is a very specific classification. The EU AI Act officially tags AI used in employment as a high-risk AI system. And it makes perfect sense, right? Because employment decisions directly impact a person's economic security, their career progression, and ultimately, their dignity at work.
So this framework basically boils down to 4 core obligations. First, transparency. Candidates have to be clearly told when AI is in the mix. Second, human oversight. You actually need documented, meaningful human review of these AI decisions. Third, bias testing. You've got to have rock-solid evidence your tools aren't discriminating. And fourth, record keeping. You have to maintain clear logs of how these AI systems are being used. Basically, AI and talent management is rapidly shifting from just being a cool efficiency hack to a strictly governed, highly regulated system. Which leads us directly into Section 4, the compliance trap, dealing with extraterritorial reach and employer liability. If you browse the front lines of HR communities on Reddit right now, you're going to see one terrifying realization repeated over and over. Our vendor handles it is not a defense. This is a massive wake-up call, guys. Under this new act, you, the company actually using the software, are classified as the deployer. So even if your applicant tracking system vendor swears up and down that they're compliant, you still have completely separate, distinct legal obligations to monitor risks and enforce your own human oversight. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, well, my company isn't based in Europe, so I'm totally fine, yeah, think again. The AI Act has extraterritorial reach. That means it applies to any organization processing EU-based candidates, no matter where your HQ is actually located. And the financial stakes, they are brutal. We're talking fines reaching up to 35 million euros or 7% of your global annual turnover. Make no mistake, this is officially a boardroom-level issue.
The reality on the ground right now is just pure scramble mode. HR teams are frantically auditing their tools and realizing they don't even know which ones use AI under the hood. Those basic match scores or fit ratings in your ATS? Yep, those count as high-risk AI under the law. And if you think just having a recruiter blindly click an approve button on an AI's decision cuts it, well, that completely fails the human oversight standard. Oh, and using AI to analyze candidate facial expressions or emotions during video interviews? That is literally an outright prohibited practice now. And the timeline for compliance is incredibly aggressive. Those prohibited practices, like the emotion recognition I just mentioned, became fully enforceable in February 2025. And the high-risk obligations, which include Article 14 on human oversight, become completely enforceable by August 2026. The ticking clock to audit and fix your tech stack is moving faster than you think.
And this brilliantly illustrates the path forward in our final section, Section 5, Human-in-the-Loop Solutions, the missing layer in HR.
Human-in-the-Loop, or HITL, is a framework where humans actively participate in running, overseeing, and making the absolute final decisions in an automated process. This is exactly what Article 14 of the AI Act requires. The AI does what it's good at: heavy data processing and administrative heavy lifting, but human HR professionals keep their hands firmly on the wheel for the final contextual, ethical, and legal decisions.
When you contrast these two approaches side by side, the difference is night and day. Fully automated systems, they're rigid, they ignore real-world nuance, and they perpetuate historical bias. But human-in-the-loop systems are adaptable, context-aware, and they provide active bias validation. By actually requiring human experts to review AI recommendations before anything is executed, you get to keep all that amazing efficiency of hybrid hiring without sacrificing an ounce of fairness or compliance.
So, here's your actionable takeaway list. What exactly must companies do right now to prep? Step 1. Audit your entire applicant tracking system stack. Dig in and find out exactly where AI is silently making decisions. Step 2. Implement, and more importantly, rigorously document meaningful human review of those outputs. And Step 3. Continuously test your models and algorithms for bias. Don't just set it and forget it. To wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a final, somewhat provocative thought. If an algorithm rejects your absolute perfect candidate, who is really to blame? Is it the machine, or is it the human who left it completely unsupervised? In this new era of HR, accountability and the irreplaceable value of human judgment are more vital than they have ever been. Technology truly works best when human wisdom guides it. Thanks so much for joining me today.